Ball starts on the ground. Scoot with the balls of your feet even with the ball. She bends down to pick it up. We're going to keep our back nice and flat. Knees stay wide. We're going to pause right below the knee and then jump as high as we can and throw the ball as high as we can with our arms straight.
Okay.
There you go. All right, we're going to start with the ball above our head. We're going to pull it down into kind of our RDL position, or where we paused at with the other one. Use momentum down to come back up. And again, we're going to use our lower body and jump as high as we can and throw the ball with long arms as high as we can. All right, on this one, we're going to start standing tall. We're going to step off of the bleacher or box nice and tall, and then we're going to land in a good athletic position, landing on the balls of our feet and freezing when we hit. We're going to start tall again, just like we did with the double leg. We're going to step off with our leg long, and so we're dropping from the highest point possible and landing on one leg, stabilizing and not moving when we hit. We're going to start standing tall. Our weight's in our front heel. As we lower, we're going to drop our hips straight down without pushing that knee forward. We want a straight line from the back knee up through our shoulders as we lower, and we're going to drive through our heel to stand back up. We're going to start in a good athletic position on one leg. We're going to hop to the other one, striking with our heel first, landing in a good athletic position on one leg, and then repeat. All right, starting in good athletic position on one leg, we're going to hop from one leg to the other, lateral, stick our landing, pause, and then on to the next one. We're going to start with our waist at the edge of the bench. We're going to start with a nice flat back or a small curve in it with our chest sticking out. We're going to pull, keep maintaining upper body posture with our glutes all the way up to an extended position where our hips are extended. With the bar in the rack, we're going to get our feet in a good jumping position, about hip width. We're going to walk our shins all the way up to the bar, and keeping our shins against the bar, we're going to push our hips back as far from the bar as we can while maintaining a good posture with our upper body, bending down, picking up the bar. Feel our hamstrings go on stretch, and as we squeeze our glutes to stand up, we'll pull the bar up, dragging it up our legs, and lower in the same path. We're going to start with our hands on the bar and either our feet elevated or feet on the ground, depending on your level of strength. Before we pull, we will raise our hips up so our shoulders are in a straight line with our hips all the way through our legs. You're going to pull the bar to just underneath your chest and then lower back down, keeping your body in a nice plank position. We'll start in a half kneeling position. Our goal is to get our front foot and our back lower leg in line with this, with each other as much as we can. We'll be up on the toe on the back foot. We'll put our up leg hand on our hip, and the dumbbell will be in our down leg side. We'll maintain posture as we press up over our head, pause, and then control back down. We'll start at any incline that you need to hold posture, so that could be on a rack or on a bench as demonstrated, or a plyo box. In perfect posture with a straight line from our shoulders down to our heels. We're going to hold posture, taking our hips and our shoulders down to the bench, touching right below our chest, pause, press back up, all in one motion. We're going to start with the dumbbell up underneath our chin against our chest. You can have your heels elevated if you need extra help sitting lower. As we sit, we're going to have our abs tight. We're going to press our knees out. Elbows are going to go down inside of our knees. Just pause at the bottom, stand back up, keeping our abs tight. We're going to start with our foot elevated with the ball of our foot up on something such as the platform. We're going to start by driving our knee outside of our pinky toe. Next position will be forward or straight ahead, and next position will be inside of our big toe. Lying flat on our back with our knees bent and our heels underneath of our knees, brace our abs. Then by squeezing our glutes, we'll lift up to accomplish a straight line from our shoulders all the way to our knees, and then control back down and repeat. Through the whole motion, make sure that your heels drive through the floor and your toes are up in your shoes. We're going to start on one leg. We're going to squat back to the box and sit lightly. If needed, we'll rock and then stand back up. Otherwise, we'll pause, stand back up. You can hold weight out in front of you. If you struggle with it, a 5 or a 2.5 in each hand can help balance you and actually make it easier. Otherwise, if you do it well, you can start holding more weight or sit.
Oops.
Start with a good posture with a slight arch in our lower back, with our fingertips underneath our hips and our hand underneath the small of our back, so we can maintain that arch. As we curl up, the fulcrum will no longer be our belly button, but will be the bottom of our sternum. We'll curl up and not put pressure on our hands. Your hands are there as a guide to make sure that you're not flattening your back out, but maintaining posture as we lift. As you curl up, make sure your head stays in line with your body. Starting with your feet split, we'll go down in a lunge position, but your feet will never move. Hips drop straight down. Keep a straight line from your back knee all the way through your top shoulder. Chest stays out with your shoulder blades squeezed. As you lower, drive through your heel and sit into your heel, keeping the toes slightly up in your shoe.